What's going on, everybody? So today I just picked up something from Sears, the Craftsman C3 XCP half-inch impact wrench, right? This came with a free light, which I will show you in the unboxing. It was $159.99. It's on sale for $159.99, and let's get to unboxing, and I will go through all of the features with you guys. So here we have the Craftsman XCP lithium-ion half-inch impact wrench, 19.2 volts. Comes with the free light, as pictured right here. It has, let's read off the stuff real quick. Up to 300 foot-pounds of torque, half-inch square anvil with a detent pin, which is basically the little kind of like, I'll show you what that is in a second. But it's almost like a ball type of thing that pushes in and out, and it secures the sockets in place. Right. Built-in 3 LED lights, a certain amount of RPMs, which I can't see because of this piece of tape. So I'll pull this off. Leave that. 0 to 2900 RPM, no load, and up to 3200 impacts per minute. Built-in 3 LED lights and micro texture grip. Again, it's included with the free light. That is a $24.99 value. It comes with the battery pack, the impact wrench, and the charger for the batteries. I'm sorry if I was out of frame for a second. So, let's get to unboxing this puppy. Obviously, that didn't go as planned. Whatever. There we go. Well packaged. A little too well packaged, annoyingly. Let's see if I can slide it out. There we go. Alright. So, this thing right here is the battery charger. Charges one battery, pretty lightweight. I mean, lightweight. You can hang it on a wall, and it kind of shows you power on, testing, defective, charging, charge, and energy save mode, and it has a regular plug. Next thing we have is this light, which is actually a little bit bigger than I thought it would be. Of course, it uses the same kind of battery that the impact gun uses, which is interesting for a light. Instruction manual. Here we go with one battery. Alright, so it has only one battery, which is a little disappointing. Not gonna lie, I thought it would come with two. I was hoping it would come with 2 batteries, but there's only one battery. Not a big deal, but the batteries are worth, for one of these, about 59 bucks. This right here is worth 25 bucks. I believe the charger is worth 60. And when you put them all together, this is really, you basically didn't pay anything for this. So go ahead and rip this open. Here is the Craftsman C3. Way smaller than I would have thought. So here is the rocker switch, I guess you would call it. I'm not sure. Okay, so there's a little arrow right here. This arrow is pointing backward, so this would be reverse. And this arrow is pointing forward, so that would probably be forward. I'll test it in a minute. And then in the middle is just lock. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this in. Plug the charger in just to see how much charge is on the battery, whether I'll leave the charger or not, before going on with the rest of the video. Charger's plugged in. So there's a red light on the charger. There's a red light when, I guess there's no battery attached. Let's see what happens when I attach a battery. When I attach a battery, the red light starts blinking, and I imagine now there's a green light blinking. So let's read the directions and see what these lights mean. The battery should have somewhat enough charge, I'm sure, to work the impact gun here. So let's see. All right, here we go. So as you can see, I don't know if you'll be able to, let's bring this closer. If you can see this right here, there is a little thing sticking up. I'll bring this closer to the camera so you can see it. There is a little pin right there. That is the pin that holds in the, this holds in the sockets. So if I push this in, you can see the arrow is pointing backward, so it will spin to the left, and you can see the LED lights come on. You push it this way, then it will be driving like this. Feels very strong, and it has the built-in brake. So as you can see, it stops on a dime. Right. So I'm going to unplug the battery, and let's test out this light, which I am pretty excited about, because lights are very, very useful. Now, it's kind of a bummer that I won't be able to use these two at the same time, and these battery packs are slightly expensive, so I'm not going to be buying one. Here we go. Alright, well, oh god, okay. That's bright. That's very bright. So it is a basic color flashlight. As you can see, it's very bright. It is not white light, which I was expecting to be white light, but it's fine. It's perfectly fine to have the amber color light, I guess you would call it. So that's this and this. One battery, one charger. There will be a test coming right after this. Right now it is like 10 o'clock at night, so I'm not going to be testing this right now. But once I'm going to charge these overnight, and tomorrow I will test it on the car, and we'll see how it does. For now, next thing you'll see will be tomorrow morning me testing the two products on the car. See you then. So it is the next day, or actually a few days later. I've got my key in my impact right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and start working on these lug nuts. So I don't know exactly the torque on these right now. I just tightened them as far as I could by hand. I don't have a torque wrench, so but they're pretty tight. So here we go. No problems at all. Now, they were over torqued before, which had originally had me disappointed about this gun for a minute, was the fact that they were over torqued before, and it wasn't taking them off. So I don't know what they were torqued at before. The mechanic had torqued them down a little more than obviously they should have, but I think it's about an 80 pound-feet of torque somewhat right now, so this will definitely take something like that very easily off. So lug nuts haven't been a problem when they're torqued, when they're not over tight, but when they are, this thing has a little bit of difficulty. So we'll see when I start doing my suspension, and excuse me, I'm a little bit sick. When I start doing my suspension and the turbo and all that good stuff, that'll be the real test for this impact. But for now, very good. Very loud though. It's super, super, super loud. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.